Hey guys, I know I didn't do a video this morning. Um, some of y'all probably aren't surprised, but I, I'm trying to make a goal, to share a little something every day as I'm inspired. But nothing really inspired me this morning, and I was gonna make a video about this raccoon, but I was like, yeah. I tried to record it, didn't work out yesterday, and accidentally got erased, and just lost my inspiration with that one. And I didn't want to get into talking, you know, all about me and my problems again. So with no inspiration and not really feeling like doing that again, I didn't do a video. Well, I got back from picking up my daughter, and she didn't have no homework, and got her clothes changed and got her down for a nap. And so I got back to reading my book, the one I was telling you guys about that I'm reading, called Club Sandwich by Lisa Sampson. And like I said, it didn't start out so great, but it's actually become, further into it, a real page turner. A lot of it I can relate to. Her problems most definitely are 3 times worse than mine. So, but but there was a part in here that I want to share with you guys. Now she writes um, a part for the like a column or something for a newsletter is what it is, and she's wanted to try something different than writing all about herself like me with my videos. um, I said I didn't want it to be just about me and all that. So what she writes about is this lady named Miss Geneva Parker. And this is what she says. This gives the background to the part I really want to share. It says, Miss Geneva Parker, born in 1930, whirls through life with the joy of a child. In her tiny home in Essex, she raised 10 children, 6 of them her own offspring, 3 brothers, and finally her sister Elaine. Her parents died when she was 16. 40 foster children have since passed through her little cottage as well, mostly newborns, older children occasionally. I think newborns are better than candy, sweeter, and let's face it, you don't want to kiss a peppermint drop. Of course, some of those babies stayed on a little longer, and we had us a good time. Geneva has directly impacted the lives of over 50 children. I had the privilege of sitting with her in the VFW Hall up in Bel Air, where several of her biological children now live. Called the Geneva Summit, it hosted over 100 people devouring pit beef and bay wings, drinking Coors and Cokes, laughing and kissing the cheek of the woman who held loving court in an easy chair set up by the water fountain. The stories would take an entire issue of this paper to tell, probably more, but when I asked Geneva to name one thing she did that gave these children stability, her reply surprised all of us. Roller skating. No one left my house without knowing how to cross over at the curve, skate backward, and do a decent double skate. How did that make a difference? If you can keep your feet beneath you wearing wheels and traveling on a slick wood floor, you can keep your feet beneath you anywhere. More memories flowed from those standing around. They recounted times when Geneva took them skating, held their hands, lifted them up when they fell, kissed their hurts with tenderness. Now get right back in there and try again, she always said, according to Leon, one of the foster children, now 35 and a paramedic. Helping professions abound in the legacy of Geneva Parker. A doctor, 4 teachers, a handful of physical therapists, a social worker, even the town barber, who assures me his chair is a place of refuge. We wouldn't be where we are today without this woman, more than one of her kids said, and looking at this kind-faced lady who still pats cheeks and hands, it's clear the truth has been spoken. Now, like I said, that was the background for the part that I really wanted to share. And this part of the book is what really spoke to me in light of what I've gone through. And just in general, it's been spoken a lot of times in different ways to me. And I wanted to share this with all of you. But sometimes, like now, sitting at my kitchen table, old Barbara fired up, that's her computer, writing about Geneva, a beam of light shines. Here we go. If there were no pain, there would be no place for Genevas of this world, to work, to succor and heal and distribute the loving mercy God so longs to give us. There'd be no doctors or nurses, no ministers, no social workers, no rescue mission workers. Would be missing a large bolt in the cloth of living and would not be wise, for there'd be no lessons from which to learn. Okay, I stumbled all over that, so I'm going to read again and just kind of think about what's being said. It says, if there were no pain, there would be no place for the Genevas of this world to work, to succor and heal and distribute the loving mercy God so longs to give us. There'd be no doctors or nurses, no ministers, no social workers, no rescue mission workers. We'd be missing a large bolt in the cloth of living. It would not be wise, for there'd be no lessons from which to learn. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I was in the middle of reading this and I'm like, oh, inspiration struck. So I hope y'all have a blessed day and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.